Okay, here is our land use map for 1999. I want to now have a little bit of a chat with you about validating this map. Too often, maps such as this look convincing because they're all shaded nice and they're presented nice, and in a paper version they might have a north arrow on them and a scale bar, and they just look so authoritative. People take these at face value too often without considering the quality of the information within them. So in order to address this issue with this map, I want us to spend some time comparing our land use map to other maps that we have, just to see if there's any data quality issues going on. All right, so what you can do to get up what I've got here is go to the project menu, and you can open recent, and you'll probably find the 5-step challenge in there. Okay, otherwise go open and look for the 5-step challenge project in the challenge folder. I also want you to open your Cadastre maps and another copy of your land use map just from here. Okay, I'm not going to open them now because I've already got these open. And make them transparent, make the land use map pink, and you will recall that you can drag and drop these layers into position and have it looking like I've got it here, if you wouldn't mind. Let's quickly just zoom into one little area that I identified a little bit earlier on. And I'll move this across to here. Okay, so let's just start out by enabling the Cadastre. What we should be looking at here is this green area here being open space. Our land use map was created using aerial photography from 1999. Our Cadastre was current in 2010, and the air photography that we're using is from 2009. So we have all these data from different points in time. The really big thing is, though, that the 1999 land use interpretation is really at least 10 years behind any of the other data that we have. So if you were to take the land use map at face value, you would be quite wrong, because when we overlay the Cadastre, you would have to ask yourself, how come we've got this open space category that has all these small lots in it? Okay, now this is only one place on this map where this sort of thing happens. So that's just based on the Cadastre. Let's now have a look at the aerial photography. All right, so I have here the land use map, transparent and shaded in pink. We can enable all these photos by clicking here, but we're not really going to see them because we have our thematic land use map here enabled. So if we disable this, what we can now see is the land use map and the cadastral map overlaying aerial photography from 2009. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. And what we can see is, quite obviously, there's been some building going on within this open space. So there's been some land that's been rezoned. Okay, the concept that I want you to grasp with this is, firstly, not to accept all maps at face value. Have a look at the metadata, i.e. the data that describes the map that you're using. Try and understand whether or not the map that you're using has the potential to be out of date. And then based on that, use other sorts of mapping to help you understand whether there are areas where the interpretation is wrong. And in this case, for a land use map, we were able to simply use the Cadastre, but certainly the aerial photography confirmed that land use has changed in this area and that our land use map is not entirely valid anymore. Okay, this is a very big area of discussion. Data quality, or what I like to term as traps with maps, is a constant theme through much of my teaching. And in fact, in my course, I devote around 2.5 hours of videos specifically to this topic, but it is a theme that goes through the entire course. I'll talk more about that course as we go on. Anyhow, in the next video, what I want to talk about with you is time series. Just a very simple approach to looking at how land use, in this case, has changed over time in Yarmouth. All right, I will see you in the next video.